Hello. Thank you very much for joining me today. How you doing? So, as I said, today I'm going to be reacting to Rishi Sunak's resignation speech because he's gone. As quickly as he came, he's gone. It seemed like he just became the prime minister a couple of years ago. He wasn't here very long. Like, I don't even know what the people think of him. In fact, I need to look up Rishi Sunak approval rating. Because I really don't know. Let me see. Well, at least according to this, he was not liked. Wow. That is pretty bad. 72% say he did a bad job at the end of his reign. I don't know what you call it. His time in office. 72% say bad. Wow, only 20% saying good. Okay, well, all right. Let's see what he has to say.
Doors opening. I'm going to stop you there. Here comes Rishi Sunak.
I'm going to try not to watch this guy. I'm going to try my best.
Doors opening. I'm going to stop you there. Here comes Rishi Sunak.
His wife's happy. Oh, he's happy too.
Good morning. I will shortly be seeing His Majesty the King to offer my resignation as Prime Minister.
That's kind of cool. You got to put in your resignation letter to the king. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. He's like the boss, like putting in his 2 weeks. Okay.
Country, I would like to say first and foremost, I am sorry. I have given this job my all, but you have sent a clear signal that the government of the United Kingdom must change, and yours is the only judgment that matters.
You know, to be honest, that's the most refreshing thing I've ever heard come out of a politician's mouth who lost. At least coming from like over here in American politics lately, I haven't heard anything like that. So, props to him for that.
I have heard your anger,
wow,
your disappointment, and I take responsibility for this loss.
Damn.
To all the Conservative candidates and campaigners who worked tirelessly but without success, I'm sorry that we could not deliver what your efforts deserved. It pains me to think how many good colleagues who contributed so much to their communities and our country will now no longer sit in the House of Commons. I thank them for their hard work and their service.
Okay.
Following this result, I will step down as party leader, not immediately, but once the
2 weeks.
formal arrangements for selecting my successor are in place. It is important that after 14 years in government, the Conservative Party...
Do you guys do the 2 week thing? I just realized that. Over here in America, when you quit a job, you typically put in your 2 weeks. You work 2 more weeks.
...party rebuilds, but also that it takes up its crucial role in opposition professionally and effectively. When I first stood here as your Prime Minister, I told you the most important task I had was to return stability to our economy. Inflation is back to target, mortgage rates are falling, and growth has returned. We have enhanced our standing in the world, rebuilding relations with allies, leading global efforts to support Ukraine, and becoming the home of a new generation of transformative technologies.
So he's saying he did a bang-up job. He has no idea why you guys weren't happy with him.
And our United Kingdom is stronger too, with the Windsor Framework, devolution restored in Northern Ireland, and our union strengthened. I'm proud of those achievements.
Someone is yelling in the background.
I believe this country is safer, stronger, and more secure than it was 20 months ago. Okay. And it is more prosperous,
That's how long he was in office, 20 months?
Fairer, and resilient than it was in 2010. Whilst he has been my political opponent, Sir Keir Starmer will shortly become our Prime Minister. In this job,
that's refreshing to hear too.
His successes will be all our successors, and I wish him and his family well.
I like that. That used to be a common thing over here in America too, when during the transition of power, you know, they would say, even all the pundits would say, okay, you know what, the election's over, the result is this, and now we all need to get behind our new president and, you know, at least hope and support him to do the best job. uh, that's not so much how it goes anymore.
Whatever our disagreements in this campaign, he is a decent, public-spirited man who I respect. He and his family deserve the very best of our understanding as they make the huge transition to their new lives behind this door, and as he grapples with this most demanding of jobs in an increasingly unstable world. I'd like to thank my colleagues, my cabinet, the civil service, especially here in Downing Street, the team at Chequers, my staff, CCHQ, but most of all, I'd like to express my gratitude to my wife Akshata and our beautiful daughters. I can never thank them enough for the sacrifices they have made so that I might serve our country. One of the most remarkable things about Britain is just how unremarkable it is that 2 generations after my grandparents came here with little, I could become Prime Minister.
That's pretty amazing.
And that I could watch my 2 young daughters light Diwali candles on the steps in Downing Street.
I mean, that really is amazing, isn't it? That's the beautiful thing about democracy.
We must hold true to that idea of who we are, that vision of kindness, decency, and tolerance that has always been the British way. This is a difficult day, at the end of a number of difficult days. But I leave this job honoured to have been your Prime Minister. This is the best country in the world, and it is thanks entirely to you, the British people, the true source of all our achievements, our strengths, and our greatness. Thank you.
All right.
Joining.
That was pretty standard, I will say, but respectable, to be honest. You know, he went out in a very respectable way, in my opinion. Very refreshing, to be honest, as an American, to hear him talk like that. It's just over a year since Queen died, and Charles is already on his 3rd prime minister. Like, damn, that's an interesting point. That is wild. The sign language interpreter deserves an Oscar. I did my best to ignore him. Not, you know, I'm sure he did a great job, but I was trying to focus on Sunak. In America, it takes almost 3 months after election to hand over power. In Britain, it takes just 1 day after the election to kick someone out of office. It's actually pretty amazingly efficient, huh? Damn, why can't American presidents be this formal? Yeah, no shit. The amount of prime ministers that didn't finish their term or weren't even voted in a row is so weird. Yeah, I don't even feel like I knew this guy at all. I have no idea, to be honest, if he did. Well, apparently you guys weren't happy with him. But over here in America, I didn't do a good enough job keeping up with him, apparently, because I did not know. But main takeaway was I'm a little bit jealous of just how respectable that was. Even though it did feel like, you know, like a typical politician. And to be honest, I don't like politicians in general, but at least it was like respectable. So, yeah, interesting. All right, on to the next one. Let's see if y'all like him any better. Hopefully he does a better job. Hopefully you guys like him. I don't know. I'll try to keep up better with this new prime minister. And I already forget his name. What's his name? All right.
Keir Starmer.
Keir Starmer.
Keir Starmer.
Keir Starmer. Okay. We'll see how he does. Let's take bets on how long he'll last. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.